Marvel, Sony, both of you, I will not let you destroy Spider-Man anymore.
Round 1, fight!
Ah! I cannot believe this! I cannot believe they did this! I can't believe it! This is how I wake up? Tuesday morning? To this shit? Are you kidding? After Homecoming, I actually thought that this would get better. I actually thought that they were gonna try. But no. They threw it away. They just crumped up everything that Spider-Man stands for, and they just threw it in the trash. They just threw it away. And they just replaced it with this God knows what fan fiction fucking bullshit, whatever this is. I am done arguing with people over the internet about this shit, okay? There's one Spider-Man. There's one Spider-Man. And there's no reason why this should be fucked up the way it is. There's no reason. There is no reason. Okay. So I made a video. Basically about this trailer already. But I basically read it through an article. I started doing article videos because, gotta create that content. Apparently that's what Sony and Marvel do too. They're like, yeah, we gotta get a movie out there. We got Spider-Man, yeah, okay, let me just write some shit down, and then I'll write my ass with it, and then I'll piss on it, and then I'll light it on fire, and then I'll write it again, except this time I'll make sure that this shit is the shit that actually goes on theaters. That's what they were like when they put this trailer out. So let's get started, shall we? The trailer opens up with Spider-Man and Aunt May at this weird, almost like a Civil War moment thing where everyone knows who he is or whatever. But that doesn't make sense because Infinity War is supposed to rewind everything, right? About time travel and shit. This shit is inconsistent bullshit, okay? I don't know what the hell is happening, but I can tell you right now, it doesn't make sense, okay? And I know Aunt May knows that he's still Spider-Man. He must know that he's still Spider-Man. So I'm assuming there's not going to be any time travel shit. Because if there's going to be time travel shit, nothing of Spider-Man is going to be fixed. Everything that you saw in Homecoming, everything, that happened. All that happened. Same thing with this movie. It's still that continuation. Because if they are going to do time travel, then Aunt May should not know who he is anymore. Again, it's inconsistent bullshit. Doesn't make sense. And then we get this weird, awkward moment. And I actually agree with Tom Holland here for a minute, okay? When he says, what just happened? That was me too. I was like, what just happened? Because then you have Aunt May and Happy Hogan flirting. And let me tell you, it's cringy as fuck. And if you're a true Spider-Man fan, that probably pissed you off so much because you sit there and you think about, it's been maybe 8-10 months since he's been Spider-Man, and he just got over Uncle Ben's death, not even within a year. Not even a year. Just less than a year. She's like, he's dead. Too bad. Moving on. I can't take this shit anymore. They have ruined Aunt May's character and how she's supposed to be to Peter and Parker in this movie. They've completely fucking ruined her. All those moments in Homecoming meant nothing. All those moments meant nothing. And every time she did try to talk to him, your vision would get just delocated, and then you don't even hear what she's saying. She's trying to, be this motherly figure to Peter, and she can't be because Sony and Marvel have ruined the character. Let's move on. And then he abandons his responsibility to the city, to New York. The whole reason why he does what he does. The whole reason he just leaves. The problem is not that he leaves New York. The problem is that he leaves his suit behind. He leaves his suit behind. I don't care if Spider-Man travels. I don't care if he travels. What I care about is him realizing the responsibility to everyone to be Spider-Man. I'm not saying he has to like being Spider-Man. I'm not saying that, he shouldn't once in a while take a break. What I am saying is that what if someone's in danger? He can't do anything because he won't have his suit or his gadgets or anything. He needs to bring his suit. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter because then all of a sudden we move on to Nick Fury. Nick Fury is in this movie who gives him 2 suits. Gives him 2 new suits. Like, thanks, Nick Fury. I hope I get 2 suits in every fucking movie I'm in. Because that's what the trend is. Fuck this wall. That's what the trend is right now. That is what the trend is, and it's awful. Alright, another thing I actually skipped over. Fuck MJ in this movie. Fuck her. You know what? I used to actually think Zendaya had potential, to be an actress. But after seeing this and seeing the way she portrays her character, I'm so fucking pissed off. They're like, well, what is the deal with redheads? Is it so hard to get a redhead? Is that what it is? You can't get a white girl with red hair. Is that such a problem? Is that such a problem to the point where you have to completely, ultimately stick your hand into the chest of Spider-Man and everything he stands for and just crush it and then put something else in there? Because that's exactly what modern day does. It just sticks its hand in the heart of the purest people and characters, and they just ruin it. So, moving on, going back to Nick Fury. Nick Fury is cool. He is cool. I like that he takes out fucking Glenn, whatever the fuck his name is. Just pooh. He falls down. I laughed my ass off. Thought that was hilarious. But why is he here? Why is Nick Fury here? And again, they're doing this thing where, Peter Parker, Spider-Man, he can't be a man. He can't be a Spider-Man. He's always Spider-Boy. He's always Iron Boy. He's not Spider-Man. This is what this movie is missing. And this is what I've been trying to push for the longest time. Because when you have a character like Spider-Man who's so young, and don't you fucking argue with me, I talked a little bit of shit about Spider-Man PS4, but I will admit, as far as Spider-Man in that video game goes, his character overall is correct. That is how he is supposed to be. This movie is a clear-cut example of everything he is not. And this is a huge problem. Okay? This needs to stop. And it's not going to stop. And I guarantee the last movie is going to be worse. This needs to end. I don't want this anymore. I don't want this garbage anymore. Fix Spider-Man, Marvel. Why are you letting Sony stick their dick in you? That's what you're doing. I don't think Sony should have the rights anymore. I don't think Marvel should have the rights anymore. They are completely, utterly fucking up everything that he stands for. But it's like that doesn't make sense. Okay, so you give the game rights to Insomniac, who put out a decent game, but yet for some reason, when Sony and Marvel try to play ball and try to make a movie, they can't even do that. They are incompetent, apparently. The people in charge of the movies, like Amy Pascal and Kevin Feige, are completely, utterly stupid as fuck and don't know what they're doing with this character and how he's supposed to be. I can't take this shit anymore. Spider-Man does not glide. Spider-Man I thought I clarified this in the first movie. Spider-Man does not fly. He doesn't fly. He's not Batman. He's not like, he doesn't do that. He's not Batman. Spider-Man is not Batman. He does not glide. Spiders do not glide. Spiders, when they're babies, they have their little web parachutes and they like kind of fly around. But they're web parachutes. Spiders do not glide. They do not glide. They jump. They jump. They do not fly. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing, Sony? What are you doing, Marvel? Are you so afraid to stand up to Spider-Man 2? Are you so afraid to stand up to the Amazing Spider-Man movies? Are you so afraid to just make a good Spider-Man film? Are you so afraid? Because that's what it looks like to me. You are so afraid to get it right. Which is mind-blowing. Because Spider-Man's back home. He's back home. Why does he have to be so different? Why can't he just be how he is supposed to be? You don't need to change him. You don't need to change all the characters around him. That was my first problem with the first movie. They took out all the characters. They took out Harry, took out MJ, they took out Gwen, they took out everybody. By the way, I did not see Gwen in this film. I heard rumors that she'd be in this film as like a European student. She wasn't in the film. Probably thank God, because I couldn't take that shit. Moving on. Sandman looks weird. And weird in the sense of, like, he looked rocky. Like, first of all, is this even, what's his name? Frank Marco. Is this even Frank Marco? Like, I don't understand the motivations of the villains. Maybe we'll get the motivations in the second trailer, but the motivations of the villains in this movie is weird. I think we got two. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we got two villains that I saw. We got not Mysterio. I guess he's the third villain. We got Sandman and we got Hydro Man. That's who we got. That's who I saw. And Sandman looked weird. Like, something didn't look right about him. I don't know if it was the rockiness. I don't know if it was just because of his motivations in general. It just doesn't work. What you're doing with Sandman, it doesn't work. Why is he causing chaos with Hydro Man? Hydro Man and Sandman, first of all, are not a good mix. They're just gonna kill each other. Because you put water on sand and then that's it. Like, I feel like the fights are gonna end stupidly, because then all of a sudden it's like, oh, have Hydro Man crash into Sandman. Like, that's it. It's so bad because of how easy and simple it is to fight. It's so bad that Spider-Man would get it done in like a couple jokes. I'm talking about comics. Like, if this was the comics, Spider-Man would get that fight done in like 2 minutes with a couple jokes and then crashing into each other. Like, that's how smart Spider-Man is. But no, they treat Spider-Man like this big dumbass and this really fucking cuck boy who I really despise with all my heart. And I'm so frustrated by what they did with him. The black suit that we saw looked awful. That stealth suit. I don't know what the fuck that is. Why does he need a stealth suit? I don't understand. I mean, his suit's already red and black. Do you really need to have two suits? Why? Why does he need a stealth suit? What, can Spider-Man not be stealthy? Are you saying he's incompetent and he can't sneak around in his normal tights? What are you saying? Why? Why is Nick Fury even here? Why is this Ultimate Spider-Man the TV show? It doesn't make sense. Why is every single person holding Peter's hand? We don't want that. We don't want that. Mysterio versus Hydro Man. Yes, Mysterio went and tried to fight Hydro Man. And he was like the last big shot. Mysterio, the supposed to be bad guy of Spider-Man, got the last shot, the last like action shot of him fighting Hydro Man. This isn't even a Spider-Man film anymore. You completely just pushed Spider-Man in the background. What are you doing? You might as well not even call this Spider-Man Far From Home. You should call it Mysterio and Mysterio versus Spider-Man at this point. You might as well call it that because it doesn't even feel like Spider-Man. It doesn't even feel like a Spider-Man film anymore. Really? Mysterio gets the last fight shot? Unreal. This movie's gonna fucking suck balls. And fuck Flash Thompson. Fuck Flash Thompson. Does he need to swear every single time at Peter to be a dick? I hate that guy so fucking much. Fuck that fucking guy. He's no Flash Thompson. He is no Flash Thompson. All the other Spider-Man movies that did Flash Thompson, those were Flash Thompson more than any of the other fucking Flash Thompsons, whatever the fuck this is. So overall, this trailer sucks! You did this, Marvel. You did this, Sony. You brought me back. You brought me back to this shit. I was done with this shit. I was done after Homecoming. I was like, okay, Far From Home's gonna come out, and it's gonna be better. No, I was wrong. I was dead wrong. Apparently I was dead wrong. Because you just insist on pushing your political agenda as far as it can go. All the way into our fucking throats. Until you're satisfied. And I'm telling you, mark my words, if you think that this movie's gonna make more money than Spider-Man Homecoming, you're a damn liar. Anyway, thank you for watching if you made it to this point. And I'm ready. I'm back. Back to put Marvel into the ground, apparently. And Sony. I'm done with Sony, too. Sony fucked up. Majorly, too. It's over. And I'm going to put them in the ground. Thank you for watching. I'm out of here. Up, and away. See you fuckers later.